Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'd like to talk about overconsumption, so stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. So first, I'd like to start with how did I end up here? So I first bought Bath Bodyworks 3 years ago. I'd been hearing a lot about it and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I need to try it. And I purchased it and I loved it. I was like, oh, it's so nice. So many fragrances, new stuff coming out. But I told myself that I wasn't going to be hoarding the products, that I wouldn't like buy an amount that I can't use. I even like bought a basket and then I'll keep all my body care in that one like basket. It was still a big basket, but it was manageable. And I did that for a year and it worked pretty well. And then as I started to make more money and I like could spend more, I got hooked on Bath and Body Works. And it was like every month there was always something new, like new collections, new fragrances, new stuff. And you kind of tell yourself that it's okay. I'm just gonna buy one fragrance set a month, just lotion and spray. That's 12 sets a month. 12 sets a year, no problem. That's how they get you. It's literally the sales and all the new stuff and the fact that nothing ever comes back again. So I was like, oh yeah, it's not a problem, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, you start liking so much stuff. So instead of buying one set a month, you start buying 3 sets a month because they've got 4 sets that come out in a month. It's almost like they're tricking you or something, but it's all you, it's not them. And then the sales also entice you because it's buy one, get one free, or oh my gosh, it's this huge sale. Everything is much cheaper than it usually is. So it makes you and it encourages you to buy stuff that you don't necessarily need or might not necessarily want. And that's the hardest part, just knowing when to stop and how to resist those feelings is such a tough thing. And I've only started recently getting out of it, but my gosh, imagine I was in it for 3 years. It took me 3 years to kind of be like, okay, no more Bath and Body Works. Even if I kind of like it, no. You can only get the stuff you love. And even then, it's taken a really long time to get to the point where I can be like, I love this, but I've got something better in my collection already, so I don't need to buy it. It's like a delicate balancing act, but it took me 3 years and a lot of money and a lot of products before I was able to kind of reach that mentality that what I have is enough. But it's not really easy. So yeah, you just need to like sit down and really critically evaluate the stuff you're buying and like how much you're spending. And once you've done that, you're gonna be all right and you're gonna be able to think clearly. Now here's where things get more difficult. After Bath and Body Works, I then fell into Victoria's Secret. They're from the same parent company. So it's kind of like you're still falling for Bath and Body Works. But I was just like, no, Victoria's Secret is different. Like, obviously, they have slightly different scents and all sorts of things. They're Victoria's Secret and they have pink. And it's a whole mess. So basically, what ended up happening is anytime Victoria's Secret would have a sale, I'd be like, okay, let me go get some stuff over there whilst I pause my Bath and Body Works spending. Ridiculous, because I might as well have just been spending all the money on Bath and Body Works anyway, because it's all the same stuff, body mist, lotions, so on and so forth, slightly different formulations, but yeah. And the better part though about Victoria's Secret was the fact that I don't like any of their summer scents. So I'm very thankful for that. So for the first 6 months, I would never buy anything from them. Didn't matter what they were selling or how they were selling it. Any of their summer stuff, I didn't want to see. So 6 months would go and I wouldn't buy anything from them. But then come winter, fall and winter, oh my gosh, that was my time to shine. I would be like, I want everything in the collection. Or I want at least half the collection. This is mainly the flankers. So Love Spell, Pure Seduction, Bare Vanilla, Velvet Petals. So I would get the flankers of those, but not all of them, like maybe 2 out of 4. And I was just like, yeah, this is manageable, this is good. But in reality, it wasn't, because I already had so much Bath and Body Works and I was adding Victoria's Secret. If anything, if I had just stuck to Victoria's Secret and just did that buying during fall and winter, 2 of the flankers that I like, that would have been manageable. But it was very difficult because sometimes random stuff just pops up that you really like. Like they just, especially fall and winter, it's like they just bring the best fragrances, the best vanillas, the best kind of gourmand notes that you love, and it's just so tough to resist. And when they have a sale, you're just like, oh my gosh, this is my chance, let me get this. And next thing you know, you've got like 50 body mists and 40 lotions or whatever the hell. So I was just kind of like, I got to that realization and I was like, you know what, man, enough. It's enough. And it's even harder because the stuff doesn't really last when you spray it. So you're enjoying it for like 10 seconds and then maybe an hour later, it's completely disappeared and it's no longer there on your skin. Some scents last longer than others. This is true for all body mists, but Victoria's Secret is notorious for not having long-lasting sprays as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I just woke up and was like, look, man, can't keep doing this. I'm done. And don't even get me started on pink. I have banned pink. I have said no pink in this house. I don't care what they package it as. I don't care what the notes are. I just said no more pink. I've tried pink. I've been fairly disappointed with everything I've ever gotten from them. No more chances. So yeah, that was me with Victoria's Secret. It's been a long journey. Last, but certainly not least, perfume. Oh my gosh, perfume. You know what? All my friends would convince me that, oh my gosh, the body sprays don't last. Don't waste your money on them. Just buy perfume. And I understood what they were saying. So what ended up happening was I would still buy the body mist, but also buy perfume. So now I was just spending double the money on everything. Like a fool. And basically, because I didn't want to spend too much money on perfume, because if you're buying real authentic perfume, like it's pricey. I mean, if you see prices of Kayali, prices of Valentino, YSL, like it's so expensive and you cannot buy it in this economy on the kind of salaries that we're on. So it was like, okay, I'll just buy from the dupe houses, no problem. That's a problem. So basically, I would be buying from dupe houses, but it's not like I would get like 1 or 2 perfumes or whatever. I'd buy like a perfume every month and I would convince myself it's okay because it's affordable and it smells pretty good. And even though it doesn't last as long as the original items, the dupes were like close enough. They're cheaper, 5 hours of wear. I'm good. And at a certain point, I just realized it was just becoming ridiculous. Like I keep getting these dupe perfumes and now I've got like 10 dupe perfumes. For what? For what? You know? So like seriously, I love perfume. I love fragrance. I love, you know, just smelling good. But I'm just beginning to realize that, you know what, this overconsumption thing, it's not everything it's cracked up to be. So yeah, I'm going to be working through my collection and just trying to whittle it down and decluttering, you know, getting rid of some stuff and also using up some stuff and really putting in serious effort. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But I still really, really, really love perfume. And I think that's what makes this whole process even harder because it makes me happy, but at what cost? Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and feel free to comment and subscribe.